Yo, Dan Larsen here. Welcome to the newest episode of Let's Synthesize. And although this is Thursday, I'm sorry for the late. I've been so busy. I hope you will enjoy this tutorial. So here is a little video what I made. Well, the video is not made by me, but one of my friend about his stupid noisy dog. But what I did there is I changed its sound. It changed its dog bark. Well, was it a dark bark? So I changed its bark to synth noise. So this sound is pretty funny, I believe. Well, it's funny for me, but the sound what I made in a different context sounds like this. So this is the sound, and what I did there with the doggy woggy is I just played it on a higher note. Something like this. And it was a Serum bass. And it is pretty simple. I used the wavetable from the bass house wavetable pack. Yeah, it was vapor recovery, but I think it could sound and it could work in basically almost in any kind of other wavetable, but let's just keep it at the end of the video. Let's just go through the preset. So I use a slight FM here from the sub. So as you can hear here, it adds, FM gives some growly kind of texture to the sound. I didn't use any much else here, only the wavetable position movement, driven by the same LFO, and the filter is an all-pass filter, which just gives some more noise to the sound, so it kind of washes out the full sound. Makes it even cleaner. And this is all here. Let's see the effects, a hyper, an EQ, which is basically just some kind of high to the high end. I gave a little more high end to the sound, but also modulated a little. I try to find that sound, that kind of point where the sound goes to a little more barky or talky kind of texture or sound. I also use the peak filter, which is, just a simple peak. So here is your spectrum, and it just, it just, just increase the frequency at the cutoff frequency, basically. So it increases the sound at the cutoff frequency. As you can see, I use pretty high resonance and little drive, but that's not very important. And I also use distortion here, but it doesn't give too much to the sound. Maybe it is better without it. And reverb and an OTT. And this time I put the OTT after the reverb, to compress the reverb itself also with the sound. So this is the pure sound. It's not that very complex, but here's a little trick what I use. I dropped a simple vocoder here after the Serum, and this is why, because the sound itself was kind of too harsh or distorted, and the vocoder itself, when it cuts up the full spectrum to 20 bands, it just makes the sound a lot cleaner. So this was the original sound. So it contains too much FM, too much distortion, too much phase modulation going there, although I didn't use distortion now. As you can see, it is off. It is still very muddy, and the vocoder gives a very, very good result for it. All that noise are just, gone. And what I did also there is just pulled up the pushed up the formant to value 2. It is not too much. It is not very important. It doesn't give too much to the sound. And also a little boost on the high end and the cut at the low end. So this is all here. So the full sound is pretty, I would say, useless without the vocoder. Let's see it again in context. So it's just too distorted and too, you know, it's painful for the ears. It's just ear bleeding, muddy and dirty sound, very rusty, which is not in a good way. But the vocoder takes care of it and just it turns into a beautiful, clean sound. And this is all. The purpose of the vocoder is only this. You know, it just tries to get rid of all those distortions and ear bleeding, dirt and rust. And this may be because of the bands. You know, you split up the frequency to 20 bands and you know, you will lose some kind of frequencies this way. And probably this is what the vocoder does here. It loses all those frequencies what I didn't like and makes the sound too ear bleeding, rusty, basically. So this is a cool technique. Just try it if you have a sound what you really like, but you just, you know, can't get rid of all those dirt and all those rustiness. Just try to put a vocoder. I didn't do any modulation here. Here is a modulator option. It basically just modulated with itself. And it is a cool way to well, clean up the sound. It will turn into a little different sound, but I think it just works. So as I mentioned before, let's try a different wavetable here. So as you can hear, it doesn't give too much difference if I switch the wavetable, but I would say just try to experiment with it a little. Unfortunately, I cannot give out this preset now at this time because this little loop or this little song is for a pack I'm working on for Loop Masters. It is going out in July, yes, if I'm correct. So I'm sorry, but I cannot do that, and especially because I just wanted to share you a little tip what I experimented with the vocoder, you know, to clean up the sound. So I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial, and I'm sorry for being late with these videos. I will try to keep up. So hopefully this week, yeah, this Sunday, I will get up and come back with another cool video with some cool tips. So see you next time, guys. Bye bye.